If you notice yourself constantly tuned into how others are feeling, as if their emotional state is your responsibility to manage, stay here for a moment. Take a slow breath and arrive here. You do not need to analyze anything. Let the words land where they land. Your body will take what it needs. And begin. I notice the part of me that feels responsible for other people's emotions. When someone is upset, distant, or displeased, my body tenses. It feels like it is my job to fix it. I notice the urge to make them feel better, to smooth things over, to take care of their needs before my own. This part of me believes that if others are not happy with me, I will lose connection. It believes love must be earned through caretaking, pleasing, or sacrifice. So I monitor people closely. I adjust myself. I suppress my own feelings. I notice how quickly I abandon myself in order to keep the relationship safe. Underneath this is a fear that if I stop giving, stop fixing, or stop trying to hold everything together, I will be rejected or left. This part of me learned that my value comes from being needed. It learned that my own needs are less important. I notice the exhaustion that comes from constantly carrying other people's emotions. I notice the quiet resentment that builds when my own needs are ignored. Underneath this pattern is a child who learned that love was conditional. I am ready to meet this part of me with compassion. I am ready to release the belief that I must earn love by abandoning myself. I am ready to experience connection where both people are responsible for their own emotions. I am ready to stay present with myself even when others are uncomfortable. I am allowed to have needs. I am allowed to have boundaries. I am allowed to exist without constantly managing other people's feelings. These are experiences arising within my awareness, not truths about who I am. Even though a part of me feels responsible for managing everyone else's emotions, and I tense up when others are upset, believing it is my job to fix them and earn love through caretaking, I notice this is just a passing pattern arising in my awareness. It is not my real or permanent self. I feel the tension spread across my shoulders the moment their voice changes. I scan their face, searching for clues about what I did wrong. A voice inside says, "Fix this, make it right before it is too late." I remember being small and quiet, trying to make my parents smile again. I believed back then that their happiness was my job. I still believe that now, even when it leaves me empty. I feel my own needs shrink and disappear inside my chest. I am so tired of carrying all of this. Why does their mood always feel like my fault? I am angry that no one ever carried my feelings like this. Notice how this feels in your body. I am disappearing again, becoming whatever they need me to be. I am so afraid they will leave if I stop giving. I hold my breath and wait for the other shoe to drop. I feel a knot in my stomach, hard and cold. Breathe into the heaviness. I notice the part of me watching all of this happen. There is a sadness underneath the fear, so old and familiar. I was just a child who wanted to be loved without conditions. I tried so hard to be good enough. Let the body soften a little. I feel the resentment building, a quiet heat behind my eyes. I am furious that I have to abandon myself just to keep someone near. I feel the exhaustion in my bones, a deep bone-tired weariness. The watcher inside me sees this exhaustion and feels compassion for it. I am not this fear, I am the one noticing it. I can stay here with this feeling, just as it is, without needing to change it. I am still here, breathing, even as this heaviness moves through me. The part of me that observes remains steady while these emotions arise and pass. Underlying beliefs. Perhaps I believe that love is something I must constantly earn and re-earn. I might hold a belief that my value is directly tied to how useful I am to others. It is possible I believe that negative emotions in others are a direct threat to my safety. Maybe I believe that if someone is upset with me, it means I am fundamentally bad or wrong. I could be carrying an old belief that my own needs are burdensome or unimportant. There may be a belief that connection requires self-sacrifice, and the suppression of my true self. It is conceivable that I believe I have the power and responsibility to control how others feel. The ego might be playing a role of the martyr, the indispensable caretaker, gaining a sense of identity and value from being needed and over-functioning. It could be that a part of me feels a sense of power or control in being the one who fixes everything, even as it exhausts me. These beliefs are patterns learned from past experiences where love did feel conditional, and they are not the truth of my being. I might be outgrowing the old identity of the responsible caretaker, a role that once helped me feel safe and connected, but is no longer aligned with who I truly am. Adult self, gently turn toward your inner child. I am sorry to my inner child, who experienced love as something that had to be earned through caretaking and pleasing. I am sorry you had to monitor everyone's moods just to feel safe, and that you learned to abandon your own needs so early. I am sorry for the exhaustion you carry, the weight of emotions that were never yours to hold. I am sorry you were left believing that your existence was only valuable when you were fixing or giving to others. Inner child speaks. It feels strange to just be here without having to do anything for you. Maybe you really do see me, not just what I can do for others. Adult speaks. I give you permission to rest from your caretaking. I give you permission to forgive yourself for believing love required your sacrifice. I release any guilt and shame you carry for having needs. I honor our journey together, even the painful parts. I love you exactly as you are, not for what you do. You are safe to let go now because I am here always to protect you. These feelings you carry are just passing experiences, not the truth of who you are. Now that we've felt and honored the experience, allow understanding and light to arise naturally. Message from higher self. Your worth was never conditional. It was always whole, always present, waiting for you to remember. The belief that you must earn love was an illusion born from moments when love was not yet fully conscious of itself. You do not need to fix others to experience connection. True connection is the recognition of the same wholeness in them that exists in you. Your needs are not a burden. They are the natural expression of life moving through you, as valid as the sun and the rain. The thoughts that tell you that you are responsible for others, feelings are just thoughts, appearances in the vast sky of your awareness. The fear of rejection is a temporary cloud passing through, while the sun of your true self remains untouched, always shining, always free. The ask. Inner child. I give myself permission to feel the tension in my shoulders soften, just a little, even while someone near me is upset. I allow myself to take one slow breath before reacting, feeling the ground beneath me hold my weight. Adult self. I choose to stay present with myself, feeling my own feet on the floor, even as I notice the familiar urge to fix someone else's mood. I give myself permission to pause, to simply notice the pull to intervene, and to remain connected to my own breath for a few moments longer. Higher self. I allow this new response to unfold in its own time, without needing to understand it or make it perfect. I trust that my body knows how to integrate this experience, releasing old patterns through sensation and breath, not through effort. Bridge into your new reality. Before, my body would brace and tighten when someone was upset, and now I notice a small pocket of space where I can simply observe that tightening without acting on it. Where there was once an automatic pull to rush in and fix, there is now a brief pause, a moment to feel my own feet on the ground before anything else happens. I used to feel their distress as an immediate emergency inside my own body, and now I notice it as a feeling in them that I can acknowledge without needing to absorb. Reclaim your power. I choose to release the disempowering belief that I am responsible for managing how others feel, and I embrace the wisdom that I can remain present without fixing. From the place of the observer, I see that the self witnessing this entire process has always been untouched, whole, and fully capable of allowing experience to arise and pass without losing itself. Seeing it done. I imagine myself now sitting quietly in a room with someone I love. They are upset about something, and I notice their distress. Instead of my body tensing with urgency, I feel a gentle warmth in my chest and a calm, even breath. I see myself simply being present, not rushing to fix or soothe. I feel my own feelings sitting comfortably inside me, not needing to be suppressed. There is space between us and it feels safe. I am not abandoning myself to reach for them. I am here, they are there, and the connection is not broken. It is simply resting. I now experience the quiet confidence of staying, centered when another's mood shifts, feeling my own solid presence as a gift I give to myself. I breathe easily in the company of someone else's difficult emotion, knowing their experience belongs to them and mine belongs to me, and both are welcome. Connection now feels like a shared space where two whole people meet, not a tightrope I must walk to keep someone from falling. This way of relating feels ordinary and safe, like breathing, like simply being myself in the presence of another, without performance or fear. Now experience a new future. I am with someone and I notice their energy shift. They seem distant, perhaps displeased. The old familiar flutter of panic tries to rise in my chest, but instead of gripping it, I simply notice it. My breath continues slow and easy. I feel my feet flat on the floor. My shoulders stay soft. I observe the thought, I need to fix this, arise like a cloud passing through a clear sky. I do not grab onto it, I let it float by. I feel a gentle warmth in my belly, a quiet sense of my own presence. I am not scanning their face for clues. My eyes rest softly. I notice them, but I am not monitoring them. There is a difference. My hands are relaxed in my lap. I feel my own heartbeat, steady and calm. The urge to speak, to smooth things over, arises and then subsides without me acting on it. I am simply here. I notice my own feelings now. There is a slight sadness, a memory of times I felt panicked in moments like this. I let that sadness be there too. I breathe into it. It softens. It moves through me. I am not abandoning this feeling to focus on theirs. I have room for both. I have room for me. I notice them again, still upset, still distant. It is okay. I am not disappearing. I am not becoming smaller. I am still here, full-sized, breathing. The silence between us feels like space, not like a threat. I do not need to fill it. I do not need to rescue anyone. I am not a rescuer. I am a person sitting here, present. A sense of ease spreads through my chest. It is a relief to not be fixing. It is a relief to just be. I feel my own needs quietly present, not demanding attention, just simply here, allowed to exist. I do not need to suppress them or act on them. They can just be here with me. I feel a new sensation, a quiet satisfaction. It is the feeling of staying with myself. It is the feeling of not leaving. It is warm and steady. I feel my body relax a little more. My breath deepens on its own. I notice a small smile wanting to form, not because anything is resolved, but because I am here whole, even in the presence of someone else's discomfort. This feels normal. This feels like how it could always be. I am not performing. I am not surviving. I am just living, and it is okay. The moment passes and I am still here, still me, still whole. Allow this felt sense to continue integrating naturally in the body and in life. Take a deep breath, feel the shift, and smile. Let this settle gently. There's nothing you need to do right now. You can return to this whenever you feel called. Be gentle with yourself.